Hey everybody, it is tea time with the diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, because we're going to get into it. This tea time is dedicated to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams, is going through it right now with this guardianship. And most recently, it was said that, a nurse brought a pill to her room, medication that she was unfamiliar with. Most people, if they don't know the exact names of all their medications, they kind of know the size, right? They kind of know the colors, especially if they've been taking it for years every single day. At one point in my career, I did work in a nursing home part time, and all of those particular residents in the nursing home, they knew. They was like, okay, where's my 8 o'clock Colace? Okay, that's the stew softener. Where's this? Where's that? That man doesn't look like mine. What is that? So, they let the people know, so to speak. They let the nurses know, like, this is my regular routine. This is what I do. I'm used to these medications. And with that right there, I don't know what it is. Is it something new that you need to tell me about that the doctor has given me? So everybody has a right to know what medications you're giving them, what the side effects are. That is part of your job when you're coming in to a patient. If you're giving them something familiar, say, okay, this is your heart medication. It's time to take it, blah, 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 right? This is XYZ medication. And if it's a new medication, the doctor prescribes something new to you. I'm going to bring it in around 10 o'clock. Do you have any questions? This is what it is. This is what the side effects are, so forth and so on. Do you have any questions? Wendy Williams said when the nurse brought this pill into her, she had questions. No one would give her answers. She wanted to know, is my thyroid okay? Is it getting worse? Did you change my medication as a result of it getting worse or better? She claimed that she called the Guardian, no response. She called the doctor, no response. And so here is my response. I feel like because Wendy Williams has gotten the ear of the public, and we are now knowing that, okay, Wendy Williams is not that bad as they made it seem. And we're like, okay, free Wendy, free Wendy. I feel like they know that Wendy is going to eventually have her day in court. And as a result, I feel like they're personally trying to drive her bananas, make her nuts, make her crazy, and they're giving her a different pill, a different medication. This whole guardianship thing with Wendy Williams is super sad. I can only imagine the people that don't have, the public's ear like Wendy Williams, and they're stuck in this guardianship, how their life is just a living hell. I think that they're probably, this is just me saying, trying to give Wendy something so that way when she does have a day in court, how they've been trying to claim that she's incoherent, doesn't know this, that, and the other, and will need help the rest of her life. By the time they finish with her, giving her, medication, she's probably going to go to court being a babbling fool. This is nasty. I know that she hired Joe Tacopina as her private personal lawyer. I'm hoping that he can help her sooner than later, because the longer every day that Wendy spends in this facility is a day that they have the opportunity to do whatever they want to her. Let me go ahead and share a screen so we could get more into the story. Wendy Williams twisting and win over medical condition. Wendy Williams is trying to get answers about a potential change in a very serious medical condition, but she says her doctor and her guardian are keeping her in the dark. Wendy tells TMZ the medication she takes for thyroid condition related to Graves' disease was recently changed, and no one will tell her why or answer her questions. Wendy Williams says the nurse came in recently with a different color pill and nobody has said a thing. And she's trying like hell to find out if her thyroid condition is better or worse. Wendy says she's anxious to get an answer, but it sounds like she's being ignored by her doctor and her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey. I don't know how this Sabrina and the judge in this case sleep at night. I personally always been one. I don't have a problem working for my money. Working, 2 jobs if I need to. I just couldn't sleep at night if I was taking someone else's money or doing someone else disservice or harm, so to speak. She tells us she tried to call her doctor but can't get through. And since Sunday, she's been asking her guardian to get in touch with her doctor and let her know if something's changed with her thyroid issue, but she hasn't heard back. Why isn't this facility calling the doctor for Wendy and saying, listen, Wendy needs to speak to you because she doesn't recognize this med and she wants to be ensured that nothing is going on with her in a bad way. She wants to make sure she has an understanding of what's going on before she takes this med. You know, I did this on my Trending Topics show last night, and someone said, I believe in the chat, Wendy shouldn't take the med. Listen, I wouldn't take the med until I find out exactly what that medication is. Wendy says she's waiting around for an answer, and she's, as she sits locked away on the 5th floor of her assisted living facility. Now, also, I want to say this. Remember, they claimed when all the hoopla went out and it was like the movement was hashtag free Wendy, and the people came for the one day and they kind of protested in front of this facility. They claimed afterwards that Wendy was going to be able to move from the 5th floor and go to a space where she was going to have a little more freedom and be able to come and go as she pleased. But now we see that was a lie. So I feel like the judge in the Guardian is just full of lies in this Wendy case, right? They also claimed that Wendy would have the freedom to go have lunch, dinner with her family and friends, but there's kind of selecting the family and friends that she has dinner with, because they wouldn't let Wendy have dinner with her lawyer, her personal lawyer, Joe Tacopino. So this is really sad and ridiculous. Okay, of course, Wendy likes to refer to where she's at as a luxury prison, telling us she keeps wondering, am I in medical trouble? And she's talking about, is she in medical trouble in relation to the fact that they brought in this recent pill or medication and she doesn't know what it is. I hate to say this. I do think she's in medical trouble, but not because of her body, because of what I believe they're trying to do to her, right? She said, frankly, they said, frankly, it all sounds pretty stressful. It's beyond stressful, right? Wendy, and when you put anybody through stress, even just a regular person that's free to go and come and go as they please, it wears and tears on their body. So here Wendy is in this facility, locked away. 90% of the time she's alone. She's on the floor where she can't even engage with people because she said those people don't even remember or know their name. And now they're playing games with her with this medication. Bottom line for Wendy, welcome to my life. I will say this. I really am praying that this thing turns around for Wendy sooner than later, because I really feel like they're going to try to give her, or they're trying to give her medication so alter her mind and her thought process, so that when she does finally get her day in court about this guardianship, it's going to seem like she really does need the guardianship versus not. Listen, guys, thanks for watching. Chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Listen, April, and we still got a good amount of days left in April. April is my month to hit 40K finally. So I need about, if I'm doing the math right, I need about 610 new subscribers in order to hit my milestone of 40K this month. I would greatly appreciate if you're not a subscriber, subscribe and hit that notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Thanks for watching, guys. Chat with me in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. I really think that they're trying to drive Wendy crazy. I really think they're giving her stuff so it will alter her mindset. So the next time she goes and speaks to a judge, she's going to seem like she doesn't know what the heck she's talking about. This is super sad. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.